we might be closer to Ready Player One than a long-term view like Sword Art Online. So let's get right into it. John Carmack, one of the big bosses at Oculus, had an interview about the future of virtual reality, and more specifically about virtual reality controllers. So what he says in this interview is that he believes that hand tracking is becoming more and more important for the future of virtual reality. Hand tracking is something like we see, for example, in Ready Player One. In Ready Player One, compared to Sword Art Online, we don't directly try to send signals to the brain, but we try to send signals directly to the senses. For example, to our hands, with VR gloves. Now the thing that John Carmack says is that he thinks there will be two groups of VR headsets in the near future. One that's just going to be the headset without any controllers, and one that's going to be the headset with the controllers included. So this means that we would have VR hand tracking without actually having any controllers. This is already possible today. The Quest 2 actually already has the capability to do hand tracking. It can track every single finger individually, but the problem is that you don't get any feedback. For example, in Ready Player One, the main character Wade Watts is wearing these VR gloves, and when he picks up an object in virtual reality, he gets a force feedback signal to the glove that it actually feels like he's picking up that object. The problem is that we don't have any consumer version like that right now. There are many companies that are working on VR haptic gloves, and some of these companies already achieved so much, but it's just not consumer ready. On the other hand, there will also be a headset that has normal controllers. Right now we already have controllers, and when I, for example, pull a trigger, I can actually already feel a rumble in my controllers, which already gives me some sort of feedback. Of course, this is not perfect, but there are controllers that are doing this already very good. Take, for example, the controllers from the Valve Index. These controllers basically wrap around your knuckles, and you could also let go of the controllers. It also notices when you squeeze or how hard you squeeze, and it can track every finger individually already. This is almost already like one of those VR gloves, only in a controller version. So the closer and closer we get to this, the more and more likely we will head towards a future like Ready Player One. Now this is for the short-term view, where we can start stimulating our senses from the outside. And this is very exciting news. While we will see probably just hand tracking without VR gloves, we might see an Oculus haptic glove in the future as well. And that will be amazing, and I can't wait to actually see this happening, to actually have something similar to Ready Player One and feel objects in real life while having perfect hand tracking. Or somehow having a combination where we have a controller that stimulates this perfectly as well. But we'll have to see how this packs out in the future. I'll make sure to cover it on this channel.